Hi everyone, my name is Ed and today is day one of OEC's Names of Jesus Advent series. Jesus is the King of Kings. Our reading today is from Matthew chapter 2, starting at verse 1. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judah in the days of King Herod, wise men from the east arrived in Jerusalem, saying, "Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star at its rising and have come to worship him." When King Herod heard this, he was deeply disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. So he assembled all the chief priests and scribes of the people and asked them where the Messiah would be born. "In Bethlehem of Judah," they told him, "because this is what was written by the prophet. And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, because out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel." Christmas can get very noisy with presents and pageants, tinsel and trees, carols and Christmas lights, family and friends. It can be easy to miss that Christmas celebrates the arrival of a king, and not just any king, but the King of Kings. Matthew dedicated the first part of his narrative about Jesus to his genealogy, tracing his family history to David's royal bloodline. He wanted everyone to know that baby Jesus, born in Bethlehem, is special. He is royalty. He's the King of Kings, the King of the Jews. Now, to understand this name, we need to go back into the Old Testament, to the time of David, approximately 1,000 years before Jesus' birth. King David received a promise from God that one of his bloodline would rule God's never-ending kingdom. For 1,000 years, Israel hoped for a king, a Messiah. No wonder Herod was worried when the wise men came looking for the King of the Jews. Matthew says all Jerusalem was deeply disturbed. Herod asked for the priests for some more information. Where would the king be born? And so they read Micah chapter 5 verse 2. Bethlehem. God's king would come from Bethlehem. The wise men knew this baby was royalty. These non-Jewish men were the first Gentiles to seek out Jesus. And they came because the cosmos announced his birth in such a glorious manner that they concluded he must be royalty. Few in Jesus' day recognized him as a king. The Jewish leaders thought it was absurd. The crowds, despite Palm Sunday, were unsure, and the disciples, they were just confused. Pilate understood something by nailing that sign above Jesus' cross. Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. However, in heaven there was no confusion, nor will there be on the final day. John tells us the present reality in heaven, and he has a name written on his robe and on his thigh, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, from Revelation chapter 19, verse 16. This Christmas, we celebrate the birth of God's King, the King of Kings. We do not worship a mythical baby or a weak man. We worship the King of Kings who deserves all honor and glory. Enjoy praying to him and praising his name this Advent season. You might like to discuss this question. Why was Herod deeply disturbed to discover baby Jesus was a king? Let's pray our Advent prayer together. Everlasting Father, you who were invisible became visible. God became man. Eternity entered time. In our darkness and wandering, Jesus came and brought hope. With grateful hearts we praise you and turn again to you, our source of joy and life. Restore us, renew us, fill us with your hope as our futures are secure in you. In the name of your Son and by your Spirit, Amen. Have a great day.